been a lot of talk lately about accountability, people taking responsibility for their own actions. The men I know don't have that problem. We take care of things ourselves. We don't need sales clerks, we don't ask for directions, we don't bother with doctors. I would rather solve my own problems than suffer the embarrassment of having to explain to a total stranger why the barbecue lid is on the roof of the church. It's not smart or correct, but it's one of the things that makes us what we are. In today's show, Bill turns nature into art, doing some chainsaw sculpting. Harold finally finds a job suited to his unique abilities. Winston has lost some of his enthusiasm for the sewage-sucking business. I'm going to show you how to make a car into a tank.
And now, here's the oldest human being capable of hosting his own television show, at least, at this point in time and in this area, my uncle, Red Green! That's him. He's right there.
Thank you very much, and here's the oldest human being who's never had a date in any area, my nephew Harold. Having a bit of trouble right now with Stinky Peterson's Trabant.
Well, he better get that looked at because that could fester.
Harold, a Trabant is a car, not a body part.
Oh, yeah, okay. right, no, I knew that, I forgot. You should explain that a Trabant is an East German car. It was made in what was East Germany, but was now Eastern Germany.
And not the greatest automobile ever made. One of the reasons the Berlin Wall came down was so they could get the tow trucks through. I guess the real good communist scientists were working on rockets and tanks and women athletes. Anyway, Stinky had run the battery way down on the Trabant from listening to the radio because those tubes really sucked the juice out of her there. And his girlfriend wanted to go into town, so he just gave her a little push start and sent her merrily on her way.
But she didn't make it, did she?
She was okay till she got to the hill. I think if she'd have backed up it. But anyway, she stalled her, and now we got to go down there and restart it.
Well, I think she's quite capable of handling the situation herself. She does not need you to go down there and rescue her. She should just call Flinty McClintock. He's got that emergency road service.
No, Harold, it's Stinky's girlfriend that caused the problem, and Stinky's got to solve it, not Flinty. It's a guy thing.
That is just stupid chauvinism.
Well, stupid chauvinism is a guy thing, too.
She's twice as capable of handling it than Stinky is. Plus Flinty's closer. Face reality, Uncle Red, she should just call Flinty.
Flinty charges $5. Oh, a bullet comes out the end of a gun like a rocket ship hurtling through space. It travels much faster than animals run, but it doesn't go to Mars or really far place like that, Well, I prefer rockets to bullets.
What?
Because they make a sound that people can't hear. And a rocket won't ricochet off a boulder, do a U-turn and take off your ear. Okay, it's Saturday afternoon, and you have spent the last 5 minutes aligning the lumps in the couch with the dents in your reclining body as you settle down for an afternoon with the 3 alls: alcohol, cholesterol, football.
Then the little missus comes in, as Rumpole would say, she who must be okayed, eh? And she's got rearranging the furniture on her mind, which involves you in a big way.
All right, you might possibly have a negative reaction to this, but I think it might be time to look at it in a more mature way.
Yeah, like, you're probably going to say, no, the room looks fine, eh? When really you just want to get back to watching the game. So she leaves the room.
Okay, this is a trap.
It's a real catch-23.
Yeah, because she knows the room looks bad. She was going to try and fix it the cheap way by just rearranging the junk you have to cover the dents and stains and holes.
But now that you have refused, she is legally entitled to go out and buy new stuff, eh?
Yeah.
So suddenly this is going to be the most expensive football game you never even went to.
Yeah, luckily you can solve the problem with an ounce of prevention, all right? Take a few hours, spend a few bucks, put everything you own on casters.
Oh, yeah. Now you can whip the stuff around there real easily, real quickly, in about the same duration as, like, a half-time show, eh?
That's right. You can just move that crap around for 20 years before you can buy anything new.
One caution, though. Make sure the floor is level, Otherwise, you go lay down on that couch to watch TV, you're gonna go rolling right down the basement stairs, followed by the dinette set in the entertainment center.
And your wife may not even miss you.
But she will miss the couch.
You know, with Stinky Peterson, a girlfriend, getting the car stuck, kind of struck a nerve because there was nothing more embarrassing for a guy than to have his vehicle immobilized. Well, there is one thing more embarrassing, but they tell me that's just a normal part of getting older. So I thought I'd take this week's Handyman Corner and show you how you can make your car less vulnerable to sinkholes, mudslides, avalanches, and quicksand. To be able to go where angels fear to tread, you need one hell of a tread, a tank tread. Here's an idea so simple you wonder why you never thought of it. I'm going to show you how to turn your car into a tank. All right, first thing you're going to need is a roll of snow fence, some tin snips, a normal metal tin box, and an axe. Step one, you want to cut the emergency brake cables on the left side of the vehicle. There we go. All right, now the emergency brake is only going to work the wheels on the right side of the car, so what we got to do now is disconnect the brake lines from the right side of the car, and then when you step on the brake pedal, it'll only work the wheels on the left side of the car.
I don't understand this part, and it's a very bad sign.
All right, now to do that, you're going to need a 7/16 wrench. No, that's a 1/2 inch. Yeah, there we go. All right, you disconnect them right down at the wheel cylinder. Boy, these babies are really on there. Rust clumps the size of horse buns. Okay. I don't know why I'm being so finicky here. I mean, the goal is just to disconnect the brake lines. Nobody says we have to unscrew them off there. Now, you got to have room for the tank tread to move freely around the car. So what you got to do is you got to cut off the front half of the front fender and the back half of the back fender. And you can do that with, well, just an ordinary hacksaw. I'll tell you, they haven't invented the car that I can't customize. There we go. Now, you're ready for your tank tread. And for that, you're going to need a tank tread, which you can buy through an Army Surplus magazine, or you could make one out of an escalator. If you're not made of money, I suggest you just go with a snow fence. Now, the snow fence is twice as wide as you need, so you're going to need to cut her in half, which you can do with a normal household hacksaw. Or an axe. Oh, okay, see the problem here. I'm surprised you didn't think of this earlier. You need something to use as guides to keep the tread up above the roof here. Maybe there's something in the trunk. Let's take a look down here. Oh, won't have to go to all that trouble, do I? No, that's an old set of golf clubs. Wait a minute. I got an idea. I always said my ideas are way above par. Well, she's ready to roll, huh? When I want to turn left, I just step on the brake pedal. When I want to turn right, I step on the emergency. I don't even need a map of where I'm going. All I need is the coordinates. So remember, if women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Let's see how she handles. Stay tuned to see what happens to Bill when the chips hit the fan. And then Glenn is going to let me help out at the marina. Nice of him. I want to talk to all you middle-aged guys about fading urges. You know that sense that you're maybe not the passionate lover you once were, at least the way you tell it? Okay, so maybe you've changed from being a young stag eager to rut into an old drag stuck in a rut. Well, this is a good thing, because there's less chance that you'll be a father at a time when you don't have the patience, energy, or brain power to help with homework. And there's another upside to loss of your sex drive, and that is that this means once or twice a week, for maybe 2 or 3 minutes at a time, You'll actually be able to concentrate on something else. Like, say, your job. You realize that most of life's great discoveries were done by guys who were old? Like Colonel Sanders. He was almost retired before he got the inspiration to dedicate his life to fried chicken. And what about that 70-year-old television producer, Aaron Spelling? I'll tell you, nobody who was sexually active would have come up with a concept like the Love Boat. So I say, just accept your declining desires. Your wife is probably just as happy to read in bed, and this way you get to see the end of the hockey game, even if there's overtime. Remember, I'm pulling for you, because we are all in this together. Ran into a snag trying to jump-start Stinky's Trabant. Went down there in Stinky's truck, and the battery in that thing's no great shakes either, because it had a crack in it, and he kept topping it up with vinegar. So then he figures if he gets the truck real close, that'll work, because the electricity won't have to travel as far.
That won't make any difference.
Well, I know that, Harold, but then I'm not stupid, and nobody calls me Stinky, do they?
If you say so.
So Stinky drove his truck around the other side of the Trabant, and he got the rear wheel stuck in a sinkhole like one of them mud baths that rich people go to see what it feels like to be dirty.
So now he's got his car and his truck stuck in the side of the road? Have you got Flinty's emergency phone number? Because I'll lend you the $5.
Not the money, Harold, not totally. We're men, we have pride. Stinky's girlfriend caused the problem, it's up to Stinky to solve it.
Is she still stuck at the side of the road?
Well, actually, no, she got a ride into town with a passing vehicle. Flinty's road emergency thing.
Oh, this is good. So now he's lost his car, his truck, and his girlfriend.
Yeah, but he's still got his pride.
Winston Rothschild here of Rothschild Sewage and Septic Sucking Services. Call me if you got a gusher and can't flush her. 1-800-555-SUCK.
Now, here we are at Braxton's Marina with owner-operator Glenn Braxton. How are you today, Glenn?
Oh, on the road to recovery, Red. Feeling better than I did before the heart attacks.
Great.
Cut way back on the drinking, quit smoking, you know.
Yeah, and I guess the chocolate eclairs with the double whipped cream on top are pretty much a thing of the past, are they not?
Well, just one step at a time, Red.
All right.
Well, today we're going to learn how to pull a boat out of the water.
All righty.
What we got to do is we got to hook this boat winch onto that little ring there on the bow.
Yep.
There you go, Red.
Me?
Oh, yeah, since the heart attack, Red, I can't get too close to the water.
All right. Boy, it sure is odd to look at the boat ramp there and not see your old RV sitting in it, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Well, life is full of choices, Red. I had the business, had the family, had the RV. You know, could keep them all.
Other people do.
Oh, I guess. But other people don't have 7 daughters who'll never wear hand-me-downs ever.
Got her.
Right. You can crank her up, Red.
Tell you one thing, though, Glenn. I think these hard times have been good for you.
Oh, absolutely, Red.
Yeah.
My priorities are back in line. Never mind the fact that, you know, my entrepreneurial opportunities here on the lake.
Yeah.
I'm the only marina.
Yeah.
Keeps the margin in line.
Sure. You know, I'm wondering if this boat winch should be strong enough to pull, say, a couple of trucks out of the mud.
Oh, I got a 3-ton block and tackle up behind the house, Red. You can, I can rent it to you, or you can borrow it for money, whatever you like.
Yeah, that'll work something out. All right, that's got her. Should we have done something to make sure the boat's on there straight, you think?
Oh, no, Red, no, you don't have to worry about that. If it's not, you just drop her back in and you try it all over again. It's only $25 a shot for the ramp, so.
It'll be fine. Thanks a lot for your help there, Glenn.
My pleasure to be of service, Red.
Yeah.
Oh, Red, by the way, how are we going to pay for this?
Well, why don't you lend me the block and tackle, and we'll just call it even.
Uncle Red, why do you think kids go bad?
Well, maybe when they're left out in the sun too long.
No, I mean, like, you know, if you just subscribe to the nature and nurture theory.
Oh, you mean, do I blame the kids' parents or just all parents everywhere?
Yeah, exactly. Well, sort of what I mean, yeah. Because, like, nature says we are what we inherit from our parents, whereas nurture says we're shaped by social factors. So if a kid's bad, they say it's nature, or if a kid's bad, they say it's nurture.
Well, I kind of go with the theory of notcher.
Notcher?
Yeah, if there's a problem with a kid, you say, it's not your kid.
Oh, Uncle Red, I was hoping you'd take it a little more seriously than that.
Well, it's not your problem.
It is if I want to discuss matters of importance.
Not your show.
Okay, good point.